Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's me, Sean, day 9 plot even. And today, we continue to build ridiculous decks. But here's the problem. There's this rogue deck that we're gonna build just to show you. I'm not gonna play it yet, just to show you. That is currently the most powerful deck in Hearthstone. It runs some of the usual culprits, right? We got a backstab in there. Runs some of the other usual culprits. Oh god, eviscerate, of course. Why would we not run that? Does it run saps? I don't think it even does. Which might be a little surprising. Fan of knives, it does. Oh, it runs a Van Cleef. Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. It doesn't run this. It doesn't run this. We're almost done with all the road cards we'd ever need. Yeah. So it runs some of these. It runs some of these. Which is a weird looking set of cards for me to say it starts with. Currently most powerful card in Hearthstone, Caverns Below, gets triggered by a seemingly innocuous, irrelevant set of cards. Play 4 minions with the same name, reward Crystal Core, and Crystal Core says your minions from here on out are 5/5. Now, how would you trigger this? How would you trigger this? How would you trigger this? I looked at this and I said, I have no freaking clue how you would trigger this. How the hell would you get this consistently? And, you know, the minions that I would want to play multiple times, part of me is like, well, you know, with gang ups on Arcane Giants or Thistleteas on Arcane Giants, I don't know. How would you actually make this work? Well, here's what some people said. They said, well, wait a minute. Let's put this in here and then put in a whole bunch of return a friendly minion to your hand. And of course, you'll recall the youthful brewmaster has always been there. Return a friendly minion from the battlefield to your hand. Get that one in there. But then this Gadgets and Ferrymen that I had forgot even existed is yet another activator. So you actually have 6 activators. And then someone said, well, hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. What about that awesome new card, Mimic Pod? Oops. Mimic Pod. Where are you, Mimic Pod? Mimic Pod. Draw a card, then add a copy of it to your hand. Well, hold on. If we have all these bounce cards, and we have some good targets, we'll either draw the targets to bounce and get a copy of them, or we'll draw the bounce and get a copy of those. So let's put those in there, and what would be some good activators for this? Well, with so many cards devoted to bouncing, let's just get Swashbucklers in there. Let's get a Novice Engineer in there. These are good enough cards. These are good enough targets. Now, how do we round the puppy out? Well, we need some finishers. We need some finishers, right? Like the South Sea Deckhand, a 2/1 that becomes a 5/5 with charge. A 1/1 that becomes a 5/5 with charge. Patches. He has charge. Don't forget for one moment that you can play a charge guy, attack for 5, and remember all that bounce, return to hand shit? Yeah, it comes back to your hand to be replayed for a single mana for charge, okay? Are you starting to see how the deck works? You know what else is really good? A tech card, we get Morose in there. Morose is nice, because we're summoning 1/1s. He's another target of ours. Violet Teacher, well, we have some spells, but hell, get 1 or 2 spells out there. You're summoning an army of 5/5s. And what else would be a good thing to round it out? Aha, I know. A good old standard preparation, so that way, that good old reward for the quest costs 2. Now, just to show you, we're going to run this. I've never played this deck before, but this is the deck to beat. This is the deck to beat. You know, let's go ahead and do a segment of this. I'm not that interested in doing this long term, but, you know.
Valera versus Magni for Cosmodon!
What do you know? We've drawn the nuts. So, all we want is a bounce target, which is the Swashbuckler in this case. And that's it. Well, we're gonna have to work through some Tonto Prontos. Alright, let's do it.
Happy New Year!
I think the proper counter to this has got to be Dirty Rat. It's gotta be Dirty Rat. We're gonna play this guy. We're gonna get a card from him. That's not good for us. We're turning this guy right to the hand. Boom. Now, the way this deck I have beaten it is it just whiffs super duper hard. Anyone know why Van Cleef works? Because it says gain +2/+2 for each other card you've played this turn. So when you play it, it becomes a 5/5 due to the quest, and then it gets this buff. What do you know? It's a Mimic Pod. We'll either draw the Swashbuckler, or we'll draw some sort of extra cloney copies.
I have an axe to grind.
Well, this is not very good, is it? Guys, we whiff on the very first time, and I wanted to show you a thing. We're whiffing! Oh, God. What to do? What to do? Play another one of these.
So many options.
Oh, God, you know, I'm almost thrilled that this deck did not just auto-win me in the very first game. Let's see. Just have my turn. I'm almost thrilled because I've been looking for some consistent principles for how to beat this deck. You know, like I'm gonna take Zoo, like old school Zoo. Like, you want sweepers and significant taunts early on. Ew.
Drink with me, friend.
He's coming back. I'm gonna brawl him next turn, man. Oh, God. That's so funny, man.
I have an axe to grind.
Can't believe I'm gonna get some value out of Brawl. I could actually wait even one more turn and be in good shape. We have 3 Stone Tusk Boars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Since we're getting deep.
I'm in charge now.
Brotherhood shall prevail.
Woo! One more bounce and then it's all ogre now. Or I could just get the other Swashbuckler and that would be equally great. I didn't save the preparation because, you know, I'm already pretty deep and I have 20 points of damage in hand. Remember, these all become 5/5s.
So many choices.
Excellent.
Lapdogs, all of you.
Re-equip a weapon! Alright, hold on, hold on, hold on. Part of the reason why we're not putting these boars down is because when we get the all your minions are 5/5, we can just blah, blah, blah. Kill them. Really ruin them. What an exit cute move. Always has the axe. We whiffed pretty gosh darn hard here. It's okay, never give up, never surrender. I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled.
Let the pain speak to me.
This is certainly very unusually bad. I will claim fervently. This was an unusually rough run. I'm just gonna concede. I'm gonna concede because the main goal of this segment right now is to show how the deck does when it works. However, I'm really happy that we at least got to see that if you miss the draw, you get totally toasted.
Valera versus Garrosh.
Maybe this rogue deck is so inconsistent.
Watch your back.
Bye. Doo-doo-doo-doo. And that's how you beat a quest rogue. Okay, now I feel increasingly confident that we will win this one with this opening hand. Now I think that what I want to do is wait a turn for sure. So this is probably a pirate deck. No, it's not. No, it's not. He played this. What am I talking about? Want lots of cheap creatures so that way you can get everything off all at once.
I hope you like my invention.
I'm gonna do... I think I want this guy first. Alright. This is an insane draw at this point.
I have an axe to grind.
I would like to ask you a question. I've used that joke like hundreds of times. I always laugh. Every time.
I hope you like my invention.
Oh, I forgot we put in the ever-powerful eviscerates. Tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row.
Out of my jungle.
I love this card, Stonehill Defender. I love he has like a... It doesn't look like it when you lean in close, but when you lean back far, it looks like he's wearing a graduation cap. I have so many knives that I'm a fan of. I only gotta get one more bouncy guy, and then we're in biddiness. An ordinary Darn. There's our man. Alright, now how do I want to play this out? God, Ornery Direhorn is so sick.
Here we go.
So we did it. We did it. We got the quest done. Oh, that's a really smart piece of advice. You can run out the Violet Teachers early on because they're a must-deal-with card. That is really smart.
I hope you like my invention. I hope you like my invention.
go.
Oh, my hand was full. I'm an idiot. My hand was full. I didn't get the quest. Oh, shit. Didn't even occur to me, man. Fuck. Most powerful deck in the game. This is the deck to beat. It's alright. Haven't had my coffee in the morning. Haven't had my coffee. We literally had the nut draw there. Literally, the nut draw.
Versus
It's
Jane.
such an overpowered deck.
You asked for it. Watch your back.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, guys, it's time to go to the front page of Hearthstone, huh? It's so funny. How do you beat the deck? You play it. Yeah, I just needed a backstab. Biggity backstab. 2-time backstab would have been in the nuts. I love things like that in games. There's things in a game that I call only once. Only once moments. It's an only once moment. Only once will you play Caverns Below and accidentally have a full hand and kill yourself. Only once. You'll only do that one time. Just one time. Just the one time. It's the only time it'll happen. There's a lot of other great one-time moments. Only once will you not know what Rupture is in Dota. Only once. Oh yeah, wow. Only once.
An incredible discovery.
This could be a little hard. I think I want to get the Mimic Pod.
Tango.
A tango. Nice. Wow. I thought that this was not going to be my bounce target this game. And yet here it is. I guess I'm going to get my Swashbuckler back.
A tango. Drink with me, friend.
Is this a good card to eviscerate? Might be.
Here we go.
To the face! To the face. You don't have to have the only guy in your hand just, like, suicide all in on him. Just bouncing him back infinitely. You can also wait a minute. Dun, dun, dun. What are some other good only once things? Well, there's a lot of StarCraft ones that are... Dude, only once will I ever mess this up. And then you mess it up like 6 more times. I'm never gonna use that spell. Yes, use that then there, man. Well, what are the only once things? God, there's too many of them almost.
Pay attention, class.
I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to learn.
Damn! You haven't seen Kazakus show his little face yet.
To learn.
Kazakus might be sick. It might be like a really sick answer. Now I'm just going, man. I'm just going. Oh, 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 the stretches. Guys, we didn't mill. We didn't mill ourselves. What does Crystal Core do? Hey! Look at this. But the quest doesn't buff minions retroactively, right? Right? Well.
I am ready to learn.
That would have been good. Well. Yeah. Well. Not only does it buff everything in play, it heals them. You clearly didn't see me play yesterday, where this was like all of my pain. It's like, what?
I shall do as you say.
That's right, right? Yeah, I did it right.
I shall do as you say. I
Oops.
shall do as you say.
We set our damage up correctly. Wah! This is the mage deck to beat, man. Excuse me, the rogue deck to beat. Anira says, I don't think anyone saw it coming that this would be... It would be this easy to play 4 minions of the same name. Yeah, dude, I think that the real hero is the Gadgets and Ferryman.
Mind if I roll need?
Here we go.
I shall.
Just looking around, just chilling. Onaria says, Hotform is already whining on his channel that Blizzard need to nerf the rogue quest next week. Well, first of all, I wouldn't necessarily call it whining. I mean, I haven't listened to him. Maybe he is just like, everything bad happens to me. I would assume he's not doing that. But if he is, then yeah, don't whine like that, man. That's crazy.
Here we go.
I bounced this for several reasons. One, if he does kill the whole board, I have another really nice way to generate a shitload of 1/1s again that's very threatening. I wanted to give room to the boar. And most of all, if I bounced something else, I didn't know if it would summon a 1/1 in its place and screw me up. Hey, we lost.
Well played.
Pretty sure we lose, right? He just goes in. That was cool. How do you get the other Arcane Giant out? Oh, Molten Reflection. Hey, he got us. That was actually pretty cool. This is the deck to beat, the deck I'm playing. The deck to beat. Oh yeah, but coming back to hot form, I think that it could be the case.
Valera versus Garrosh.
We're 0-3 right now. Yeah, I mean, eventually, you know, I'm going to play until I can actually do this consistently. We need a little bit of time with it, man. Everyone's so harsh. Everyone's so harsh, man. This is still the deck to beat. This still is the deck to beat. Just because I went 0-3 with it the very first time I played it does not necessarily entail a good data set. Alright, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to get this back. Come back to the hand. Getting patches in the opening hand kind of stinks. The first draw that I got with this was a terrible draw. The second game, I milled I milled my caverns below. The third game, we were really close to winning and he killed us, so, you know.
I hope you like my invention.
I think these are reasonably significant things to keep in mind.
Drink with me, friend.
I think I want a Violet Teacher. There's the third. But I think that this deck has like a really flat answer to it. You either have to kill him.
Attention, class.
I'm ready to learn.
This is gonna hurt us really bad.
To learn.
I have gotten Mimic Pod Fan of Knives so many times now.
Challenge accepted.
But like, it has a really flat set of answers, right? It's literally kill him before it comes out, which could be more than fine enough, but I'm seeing players complete this by turn 4 a lot.
As you say, I shall do as you say.
Sharp gadgets and steel.
So I think that, let me do this first. An interesting choice.
I'm in charge now.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
I think the big thing that I'm noting is that I could just keep my bounce effects until I draw a few. Because like right now, I'm a little bit pot committed on the Novice Engineer. But I could conceivably just wait and draw the Mimic Pod, things like that. See what happens there. My throat is so frickin' dry. Yay! So I think I do rush to complete the quest here.
Like my invention.
Ugh. I think that's probably the significant change that I will make. Secret armor! How deep is he in this? 4 out of 7 from heaven? God, that is just sick, sick, sick as hell, man.
Oh, if you're sure. If you're sure.
So I'm gonna make that adjustment when I play next. That is so ridiculous.
Sharp gadgets and steel.
This in theory seems like a really nice counter, but I don't know if it is at all.
Try
If you're sure. Sure.
Let's show our guests who we are.
Oh my god! Goodness.
I have an axe to grind.
Well, he gets Sulfuros, but I don't know how much that helps him. I have a lot of chargers.
If you're sure.
Here we go.
I hope you like my invention.
Woo! All right. Put yourself in lethal range. It's fine. I like to live life on the edge. For the sweat.
If you're sure.
This is the thing that I think is so sick. I think that is so sick, all the bounces. Alright, so I'm going to change my strategy with this slightly. My strategy is going to be to just wait a little bit before I select a proper bounce target.
Valera versus Garrosh.
Victory or death!
Watch your back.
See, like, I shouldn't just swashbuckler gadgets and Ferryman. I should just wait a bit. I should just wait and see. I think maybe getting draw effects quickly are even more important than bounce effects in the opening hand. Yeah! Oh, man. By the way, I see over on the Hearthstone subreddit someone saying, oh my gosh, Life Coach thought this quest would be bad. And then a bunch of people yelling angrily about that. Ah, he doesn't like the game and he quit. Ah, and he doesn't even understand how this card works. I'd just like to stress to everyone over at Reddit that card predictions are just a fun thing. if anyone looks at the cards, doesn't play them, and then says, I'm quitting because I know how they're all going to be played and it's bad. That would be weird. That would be weird. That would undoubtedly be a weird, odd, bad thing. If someone saw a quest of any class and said, you know what? I'm done with this shit. That would be weird. I agree with that. Is this the Mimic Pod turn? I think a Mimic Pod and do this. Mimic Pod! Oh, hey, cool, I can kill one of my 1/1s. But I think that, you know, Life Coach was rather outspoken about his feelings of the Hearthstone competitive nature. That, we did it.
I hope you like my invention.
I'm gonna fuck this up if I'm not careful. For you who don't know, okay, so here's the full story. The storied history. Oh, that's a good one! Die, dick. Hearthstone. Excuse me, Life Coach, one of the best players in the game. Recently quit Hearthstone. And the big explanation that he gave, and there's this huge post that he made about how, you know, he had something like a 62% win rate and was wanting to... I think this is just really too good not to do. He had a 62% win rate and was feeling like trying to get better at the game was not as rewarding. I'm making up the number 62%, I don't quite remember, but it's fine for now. He had a 62% win rate, and he was feeling like his efforts and his attempts at dealing, or getting better at the game were not being sufficiently rewarded. In other words, he felt like if you tried to get good at the game, there was not a reasonable percentage gain that you could get over your opponents. So for instance, StarCraft, if you're against a Grandmaster player, you will lose like 100% of the time. Like straight 100%. Oh, we did it.
Here we go.
And so he said to himself, okay, since I'm at a 62% win rate, the best kind of competitive game, according to him, is one in which you can put in a lot of effort and maybe take that 62% to like 98% against the field, and then if you're against super pros, that's when your win rate can possibly begin to go down. What's the best way for me to kill this guy? Probably like this.
Back to work.
Kill with the 2 non-chargers. So what Life Coach did is he spent, I think, a few months playing really, really hard with Super JJ. And after all that time, his win rate went up by like 2%. And if I recall correctly, Life Coach was saying he found this very frustrating and sort of demotivating. And he wanted to play a game where he felt like there was more decisions to make, more mistakes to make, more really great plays to make, all those sorts of things. And so he quit.
Pain, speak to me.
And I think it is completely fine for someone to say, like this, and like this.
I am ready to
Let's draw all the nuts. That is very nut-like.
Here we go.
I think it's very fair for someone to say, I don't like that opinion. Hearthstone is not about getting a 100% win rate. That's not what that's about. It's about trying to get that edge. That's what's interesting and cool about it. And you know what? I find it really fun. Like, I think these are all reasonable arguments. But... oh, shit. You're not gonna believe what happens on the next turn.
Let's show our guests.
But the thing that bothers me is this thread that says, hey, here is the prediction of Life Coach around this quest. Around this quest, the Crystal Core quest. Here is his prediction. Look how wrong his prediction is. I'm so tired of his opinions on Hearthstone. Predictions they're just predictions. They're just fun predictions, man. Being mad about his prediction statement is a weird and odd thing to do. It's just a disconnected thought, and I don't like when thoughts are not thought through well.
I am ready to learn.
Challenge accepted.
My God.
Here we go.
Why not, huh?
I am ready to learn. I am ready to learn.
20 kg Reza says, I think it's less about his prediction being wrong and more about his whole attitude about it. His review was horribly negative and he basically shat on the cards the whole time. See, that is fine. That is fine to say, I don't like this negative attitude. Look at this. He's being negative when the cards aren't even out. It's bad. That's totally fine. That is a fine statement to say. That is a fine thing to say. That is fine to say the card view is really negative. It's fine. That is a fine statement. It's totally fine. But it's weird to say, I am going to talk about the negativity he's expressing by bringing up his incorrect evaluation of Caverns Below. That's weird. Yeah. It's just odd. It's just so odd. Like this. I've been sick of hearing Life Coach's opinion about this game for a while. I really hope people stop taking his arrogant predictions seriously. He doesn't think out why he thinks cards aren't good, and he seems to think he knows better than everyone else. That's a weird thing to say. That's a weird thing. Like, I actually could have run this out earlier. For some reason, I keep forgetting I have patches in this deck. Can someone explain how that's weird? It is totally fine to say, I am annoyed at the continual negativity. But to frame it in the form of predictions, that's what's odd to me. What am I trying to do here? I think I'm gonna do this. Actually, maybe this would have been a better one to do. Well, I run really nice. I think this might even be the default deck.
I'm in charge now.
Here we go. Can't do that.
It's just talking about two different things, right? The attitude's one thing, but saying this guy has a bad attitude, and you know what? His predictions suck, and this pisses me off. You see what I mean by, like, that's a weird thing to do? I hope that people stop taking his arrogant predictions seriously. No one even cares about predictions anymore. The set's been released. You can just look at what the cards do. You know what I mean?
I hope you like my invention.
You might be fucking dead, man. All right, so this is gonna be a winning play. Yeah. Oops. I'm just gonna have to play my cards out, man. We might just get burned down, man. I was not looking at my health correctly. I was talking about the nature of poorly constructed arguments. I don't think I can kill this. Let's see if we just draw Phantom Knives.
Here we go.
I could have paid a little bit better attention. I'm gonna keep playing this until we can just destroy everyone. Perez Dev says, I feel like Sean is defending Life Coach because he's a streamer. No. He's unwilling to comment on whether or not he is really condescending. No, not at all. Not at all. That's crazy. I literally just did that. It's a crazy thing to say. I was saying that if you say, I don't like his attitude, I don't like his negativity, that's a fine thing to say. Just gonna restate that again. I'm totally cool with you saying, I don't like your attitude. It's totally fine. But if you don't like someone's attitude, trying to state that in the form of, his predictions suck.
Happy New Year.
I don't like that sort of mismatch.
I hope you like my invention.
Man, I draw patches a lot. I'm just gonna start running Swashbuckler down on the turn 1. Is this really a big issue, says Gronk Pete? No. No, I'm spending way too much time on it, just because I keep getting distracted and keep coming back to it, and keep getting distracted, keep coming back to it. Keep coming distracted, keep coming back to it. Let me see if I can do an analogy. Let me see here. I think I actually, at the very least, want to return this guy, maybe?
Here we go.
Just hit there, something like that. What is a comparison that I could do? What would be a comparison?
You are not the boss of me.
Oh, he's going for this quest here, man. I didn't even realize that he had played the quest because I was doing the talking too much. Hey!
The Brotherhood shall come.
Here we go.
How did he lose Valen? Yeah, no, he Cabal couriered into a Valen.
Who dares summon me?
I guess the short summary is that if you dislike something that a person is doing, that's totally fine. But I think it's important to express the dislike properly. You know? Like, for instance, let's say, here's a fictional made-up example, but I'm sure a lot of people have had this happen anyways. Let's say you're in a relationship with someone who feels like you're not spending enough time together. Maybe you're spending your time playing games and watching TV, and you haven't been on a date in a while, according to your significant other. If you forget to do the dishes one day, and that person goes, "You're such a slob, you never clean the dishes, ever!"
So many.
We call that sort of projection, right? Like, I am angry about thing A, but I'm yelling at you about a different thing because I have anger somewhere else. You know what I mean? You're such a slob, you're disgusting, you disgust me. And you're like, whoa! I always do the dishes, I messed up just once. What are you talking about? And in this argument, what we might say is, hey, Sean, the person you're dating feels like you're not paying enough attention to her. And I think that you, therefore, should be spending more time with her, and that's why she's angry. I'd be like, that's totally fine, but it would be great if she would say that. You know what I mean? If she just said, hey, I don't feel like you're spending time with me, I'd go, oh my god, yeah, look at my schedule. I've been spending no time with you. My bad. Let's do something together. I've not really watched any of Life Coach's content at all. Never seen him. Watched his stream once or twice, but muted. Once or twice is an exaggeration. I've watched his stream on and off, but muted. And I would describe the frequency as infrequent. Novice engineers, go!
You like my invention? I hope you like my invention. Instruction begins.
I'm ready to learn.
Do this.
Give that minion. Give that minion. Get ready.
Guys, I'm really good. So, I mean, I truly don't know much about Life Coach other than he posts really good results, and he made this post about quitting Hearthstone. God, he got that nether portal out fast, man. Dude, huge taunts and discards. Dude, Malchazar's imp was a legend for him this game. I gotta actually pay attention. I'm like way too sucked into this topic. We're doing the reset. We're resetting here. We're resetting here. Alright. I'm like, I don't even see what's happening on the board. This is so uninteresting and so unentertaining.
Valir versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin.
Watch your back.
Alright. I will now look at the video game. Mandarake says, hey Day9, why don't you pay attention? The same muscle that is used for playing games is used for talking. This is why I love Hearthstone so much as a streaming game. Mr. Stong, you hit the nail on the head. Says Day9, would analogy be? Everyone listen to Mr. Stong. He says exactly what I've been trying to say and been failing at. He says, would an analogy be if you didn't like someone who's an asshole and they also buy a bad car, you don't say you dislike the person because of their car, you say you dislike the person because they're an asshole. The two things are separate entities. Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. It is totally fine to dislike someone for their behavior. It's totally fine to dislike someone because you don't like their attitude. That's totally fine. But saying, hey, your card predictions were wrong because you're an asshole, like that's... It hurts me. It hurts me when people express negative feelings in an unconstructive way. It hurts me because I think that this is how badness creeps into the world.
Pay attention, class.
Here we go.
Eat you in.
I'm ready to learn.
I think I gotta do this just to outpace him.
I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to learn.
Whew! God damn. I am tired this morning. I gotta drink more coffee. Ugh. And, I mean, like, expressing negative feelings and emotions is something that, like, I take very seriously, because I think that it is this under-talked-about thing. It's this... Ugh. Well, I think at least we're going to be able to stabilize, which is nice. Because I can hit... Well, how do I want to hit? I have to do it like this. I think I want to keep a lot of 1-1s out. Actually, let me reduce the total number of nerds on my board. Do not accidentally die to an Unleash the Hounds. I mean, again, I don't know what it's like in other countries, but especially in America, it's like, if you're having a horrible day and you're at work, it's considered a professionally appropriate thing to just... Yeah, we're doing all right. Yeah, everything's fine. No, I got my shit under control. Yeah, no, I'm in great shape. I have Fan of Knives Mimic Pod so many times. I mean, in this case, it's helpful because he just drew some 1-cost minions and we can clear him. But well, this is good.
If you're sure. Oh, if you're
I don't
sure.
like having to do this. I really don't. I think I'm totally screwed. Huh. Man. Man. This is harder than expected.
Let's show our guests a good time.
I mean, at this point, I'm just trying to stay alive in any way. So this is basically the same amount of health. Time to get the money infest, huh? My God, that nesting row. I think I just outright lose. Yeah.
Well played.
We can do this and see what we get. Maybe get a taunt guy.
You rag.
I just had to. Alright. Alright. I actually need... Alright. Everyone stop talking about all this shit. Let's talk about Legion. We're changing the subject to Legion. This was my bad. I brought up something that I was hoping to be able to articulate in a small chunk of time, and it expanded into like 35 minutes. It's total train wreck. We're talking about Legion. The devil with yellow eyes is so sick. Someone's at the door. One moment. Well, it was a package. Oh. Oh my god, dude, Legion is such an amazingly good show. Like, it's so ridiculously, profoundly, insanely good.
Happy New Year, champion.
We're squelching everyone. We're just gonna pay attention to what's happening in the game. I'm gonna hit this guy. Squelching everyone. Open it up. No, that's how you dox yourself. Hey, look at this package I got. Oh my god, my address is right on it! Did I mulligan Novice? Dude, I did not even realize I mulliganed a Novice Engineer. I would always want to keep a Novice Engineer. The reason I think Legion is so clever as a television show is that, for any of you who don't know, Legion is about a man that believes he has schizophrenia. He sees people who aren't there, he constantly hears whispers.
Let the pain speak to me.
Not all the way in control there.
Here we go.
And it turns out that he might actually be an incredibly powerful mutant. Mutant as in, like, X-Men, Marvel-style mutant. And that his hallucinations and his schizophrenia are just struggles he's having with controlling his powers. Back to the hand. Done it once. Okay. So it's sort of about, like, him trying to understand what's up with him and what's going on with him. And as a show, it really puts you in the head of someone who's having visual hallucinations. And, like, mental... I don't know what the word is for having telekinetic powers, but having a fucked up approach to it in your head, right? It just presents to you the mental disorientation that he's experiencing in this really beautiful, beautiful way. Actually taking very much damage. I like the Justice is pretty cool. I'll just keep it. What's your opinion on the Rogue Quest X? Is 341075? I'm struggling with it. I'm struggling with it. And I know it's way, 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 way better than I am playing it. I have been playing poorly and have been very distracted.
Accidents. They happen, you know?
Where's it being aired? I'm watching it on Hulu right now. But I mean that the show is so unbelievably stylish. And it's incredibly terrifying. It is just unnervingly terrifying. Not like jump scare scary, but just like really scary. Because there's some real dark, twisted shit happening in his head. And that's the mystery. That's like what the show's about for the first few episodes that I've been watching, at least. A little bit of stuff of what's going on outside his brain. Organizations and other people at war. But there's a lot about what's going on inside his mind and the struggles he's having with that.
Let me think.
Reporting for duty.
Tar Creeper seems like it would be really, really nice in a hand buffet in.
I hope you like my invention.
I'm in charge.
See, I think I needed to actually, like, play some significant nerd a lot sooner. This song says, in a similar way to the way Black Swan was unsettling? Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder.
How does it compare to Jessica Jones? Jessica Jones is one of my favorite TV shows ever. They're just very different. An elemental hand buff deck. Interesting. I mean, I know I'm not playing this deck properly, but I'm just going to play it for a while until I feel like I am playing it properly enough. Because I'm not going to learn anything if I just pilot a subtle deck in a shitty way. Being chipped away, one damage at a time.
Lapdogs! All of you!
So I have 2 swashbucklers down so far. I think it's probably better if I do like this. The largest novice engineer there ever was. I think I just need some large dudes to combat his large dudes.
I wonder.
Winners moves, empires fall.
Okay.
Follow the rules.
Ugh. Oh my god, this card. I mean, I just lost this game again.
Well played.
Like, I am really screwing this deck up, like, so much. Frustrating, frustrating, frustrating. I played like 6 games in a row where my head was not in the game, and just... Ugh. I apparently, at the start of this game, Mulligan and Novice Engineer did not even realize it. Did you ever see A Cure for Wellness? I was really excited about A Cure for Wellness, and then I saw the reviews and it didn't get good reviews, and I was like, oh, whatever.
Valir versus Rexa.
Okay. Let's do it.
Watch
Alright.
your back.
Let's stop and think. So, I definitely don't want this guy. Do I want to keep a Youthful Brewmaster? I feel like yes. I think I should be running... I think here is a mistake that I'm making. I'm not just running out a dagger and South Sea Deckhand earlier. I'm not doing that, and I really need to be. I think Mimic Pod is not going to give us a Fan of Knives this time, which is nice. Against Hunter, I think that this is good because so often we will be up against a board of little guys. Okay, we know how to deal with this.
Here we go.
Alright. Just keeping clear his bard. So we haven't even identified what target we would possibly want. Might even be able to pull it off with South Sea Deckhand, since we have our second one in our hand.
Your weakness betrays you.
There it is.
Drink with me, friend.
See? I actually stopped and thought for a moment, and we wound up in a slightly weird spot
Here we
where we were actually able to get the quest off. Yeah! Oh my god, yes! I just had to think for a little bit. Because if I were in an autopilot brain, I'd be like, okay, Swashbuckler. Swashbuckler. You are the target. All in on Swashbuckler. But I just waited. I just waited for a moment. We just waited.
Well fought. I can see.
Okay. I think of all feelings in the world, the one that I truly hate is when I feel like I'm not quite in charge of my brain. Like when I am distracted, or when I am...
Lyra versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
I don't know how to describe this feeling,
Your back.
but like, I would get it sometimes when I would be trying really hard in a game of StarCraft and would not quite be there, not quite be playing it great, and it's just like my brain would feel sludgy and molasses-like, where I would know what I wanted to do, but I couldn't quite get it to go quickly enough. Like foggy-brained. Foggy-brained when I want to be foggy-brained. Okay. Alright. It's always small things like the room being too hot. Room being too hot is actually a pretty good example for me. If the room gets too hot, I just lose all focus. Maybe this is actually bad. Maybe I could have made this the target. I have two bouncers. Seems like a universally bad guy to try to, like, clone, though, because I only have one copy of him in the deck.
An incredible discovery.
Backstab bounce.
Here we go.
I think I much more so want this combo out because it'll let me draw a shitload. Aaron Tui says, why not have the ferrymen bounce each other?
I wonder.
Oh. Oh. Can't believe I've done this. I should actually go back to a miracle style rogue. Because at the very least I know vaguely how those things work. Gosh, yeah, if any of you are looking for good TV, I strongly recommend Legion. Really, really, really strongly recommend it.
Incredible discovery.
I gotta get more coffee, man. I am so tired.
Out on me.
After I play my next turn, I'm gonna go run and get it.
Hope you like my invention.
I real hope so. Okay, so this guy is 100%.
Hope you like my invention.
Leave that weapon up for charge. And I'm back. Coffee. Coffee's sick. Yo, Legion's on Hulu for any of you who wanna watch it.
Runs out on me.
You wanna cast a spell? I want to cast a spell.
Alright, so I think I just keep killing little dudes a little bit at a time. So sick!
Here we go.
Maybe this is bad to throw down. Feels like it might be better to just hold on to with 1 mana. This deck is so weird looking. It is the most weird looking ever. Rowan says, Darren, can you give us your top favorite TV shows ever? Okay, let's see here. I mean, this will just complete the quest outright.
I hope you like my invention. I hope you like my invention.
So I think we're on our way to
Drink with me, friend.
winning life. Yeah. Aaron Twist, if this deck doesn't get nerfed, I'll see you a legend in 2 days. I mean, I gotta get good with it first. Down online says, I've not done much with Hearthstone beyond playing just enough to learn the basic rune rules, unlock some of the basic class cards. Would it be feasible for me to get into the game now without dropping a buttload of money or grinding until my eyes bleed? Depending on how you want to play it. Oh, that could be painful. Could be fine.
You wanna cast a spell? I want to cast a spell. We hunger for vengeance.
La 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 la. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I hope you like my invention.
Challenge accepted.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. Cause the thing is that, I always just spend a lot of money on games. That's like the thing I spend money on. Just always, straight up. Always has been. 4 of 6. Okay. This is probably better. Let's go, Piggy!
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
We almost had lethal. Almost. Could have hit him for another 6 or so. Oh, it shows my hand thing here. Oh, look at that.
The end is coming!
Okay, so do we kill him? Ah.
Here we go.
That's a good one, is a. Part of me feels like I should have bounced the youthful, or bounced with the useful brewmaster, so I can always have a charge. You know, from what I hear, just playing regular old play mode is very fun. Okay, I can kill that again.
Drink with me, friend.
I know someone who just does their play mode quests over and over. In case of counterspell, I'm gonna do this. Doesn't do terribly much for me.
Here we go.
Yeah, I know people who've just done basic cards, gotten a few packs, spent like 20 bucks, and then they just play every day and they have an acceptable enough collection. They can't do what I do, which is to play like every single class, any deck I ever think of, I just like build it and craft it immediately. So I don't know. I understand that it is expensive. Velrun says, list of favorite TV shows. Let's do that. I gotta say, I really liked It's Okay, That's Love, the K-drama. That's up there. 24, Jessica Jones. Avatar: The Last Airbender is probably my favorite of all time. Planet Earth. Beta Bomb says, I subbed to let you know it's not Counterspell because you're a fan of Knive the turn before day 9. Yeah. Dude, they're like really basic shit I'm slipping up on.
Here we go.
Game of Thrones is really good. Westworld is really good. Jericho was only okay, but for whatever reason I just loved it. Death Note. Death Note's sensational.
I wonder.
Trying to think of, yeah, I mean, 24 is really significant for me. Those are the big ones. Those are the big ones, I think.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Guys, we lost.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Let's see if he hits me with the Exodia.
Someday I'll be just like you. Someday I'll be just like you.
So he needs to do this to try to get opportunities to create spells.
My invention.
How do we do this?
Here we go.
That is frustratingly good.
Too soon.
I don't quite have the ability to...
You require my assistance?
Could be bad.
Aha! Aha!
I feel like I could have killed the apprentice. We didn't have lethal. There was no way to get the lethal out, which stinks.
Happy New Year.
Damn. I think I just needed to kill this, and it would have been fine.
Valera versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
Watch your
Alright, well, I guess we'll do something like this. And we're just gonna swashbuckle. We're just gonna swashbuckle. Ah, I would have had dagger if I didn't. Man, I draw this guy a lot. That's a good point. I could have swashburgled first upon identifying. That's a nice play. Oh my god, it's a fucking Purify Priest, man. It's actually kind of relevant. I found this first 2 hours of streaming to be completely and utterly demoralizing. Talking about how I don't like certain types of negativity. Struggle to articulate my point.
This jungle hides many secrets.
Where's my battle cry at?
We go.
Sucked a lot of ass while playing this deck. And I should be able to succeed with this deck because it is the thing that everyone is most upset about.
Aloof Neladar. Here we
Aloof Neveldar!
You like my invention?
Spladoof Dingledong! It would have been smart for me not to send this guy back to the hand, because the instant I draw the Swashbuckler, that becomes the new target, right? Could have been cool to, like, bounce the Elise, but I think it's probably better this way. I gotta say, I really super love 24. I think that show is absolutely excellent. Some Shadow Steps abound. Hey.
Challenge accepted.
I can clear my whole board. Uh-oh.
shields up.
I'm very close to being able to kill that, huh? Several.
I hope you like my invention. Pay attention,
Just
class.
do something like this, I guess. I don't know. Oh my god, the humongous razor leaf. Dude, it's fucking hand priest, man. This guy's actually doing like the sickest, thickest purify hand priest, man. Alright, let's get lucky.
Brotherhood shall prevail.
Whoosh. Purify priest way too strong! Way too strong. Where's some of those downside minions, man? Let's play a deck full of downside minions.
I see gold in your...
Oh my god. I forgot about this guy. Oh my god. We can kill everything that we summon, so that's pretty cool. We've got that play still. Hey.
Well played.
Alright, I gotta switch decks. I gotta switch. I feel so demoralized. I feel like shit. This first hour and a half sucked. This was terrible. This was bad. I did not enjoy this. I'm gonna go back to my baby. I'm gonna go back to my ramp druid and work on that. We're gonna work on our ramp. We're gonna ramp it, man. We play like shit. We suck. We'll go back to ramp. Ramp's pretty straightforward. There we go. We're gonna ramp it. We'll be back in a little bit.